Hey yo, what's the deal, yo? It's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording, this is the important part. As of this recording, it is 7:54, 2020. January the 29th, 2025. But this video is actually going up on today, at 11 a.m. of January 30th. You know what I mean? Because, I had to take care of some stuff. I had to put some stuff, for my furniture from yesterday, which is the recording of today. Today. As of yesterday, which is Wednesday, I had to, take care of some stuff with my furniture. So, like I said, this video is going up, Thursday morning at 11 a.m. I want to bring something up, that I know a lot of people are not going to like. And which is fine. I really don't give a fuck what, like the opinions of some people, when it comes down to my love for professional wrestling and, what I deem as bullshit and such, right? I personally think that the WWE Concussion Lawsuit that took place many years ago was a waste of fucking time. I think it was a complete waste of time. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, a lot of these wrestlers, and mind, there were about 51 wrestlers. I'm going to mention some of the wrestlers that were part of this concussion lawsuit. I think, the reason why they completely pinpointed at WWE is because WWE was the big game in town. You know what I mean? And they were the main game in town when this concussion lawsuit happened. Right? If WCW was around, I'm pretty sure they would have sued WCW as well, for the concussion lawsuit. And I think, don't get me wrong, it's fucked up to get concussions. I got concussed once. I did get concussed once, but that's when I was like young. That's when I was like fucking 14 years old. I'll never forget when I did a flip. I tried to flip over, a little fence, and my head just, it caught, it hit ground first, on the concrete, and I never did that shit again. Now, if there's mats, I would do that shit, but nonetheless, I got concussed once. But getting concussed, that shit is no fucking joke. I'm not gonna lie. You see that shit in wrestling, you see that shit in football, with the whole CTE shit. It's scary. And you see what happens with football players when they retire, and such, like their brains, their brains is just completely fucked up, and again, same thing with professional wrestling, right? But a lot of these wrestlers like to go hard, and that's the scary part, and I see why WWE don't let people who have concussions wrestle. And yes, I understand Bryan Danielson, right? But see, they watched Bryan Danielson. They made sure Bryan Danielson wasn't doing anything fucking stupid that was going to get him concussed or injured. And he got injured in fucking AEW. You know what I mean? So, like I said, the lawsuit was bullshit because it basically did nothing. It did nothing. It did nothing, to change the way how professional wrestling, operates and the hard hits and such. Shit, look at fucking New Japan Pro Wrestling with that strong style shit. They're much worse than here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? They're much, much worse, And shit. And the other thing too about the concussion lawsuit was that it basically stopped them from getting benefits. When I mean benefits, I mean like not money wise, but benefits like, being involved in certain projects, for WWE, getting to the Hall of Fame and such, right? And I could give you some lists of people who are part of this, concussion lawsuit, right? You have someone like fucking, Coco Beware, right? He was part of the lawsuit. You know, actually, no, I think he recently did make an appearance on Raw. You know, I don't fucking remember. I know, like, no, I think he did. I think he did. But look at someone like, you know, like Demolition, right? Or let's go to someone current like Shane Douglas. You know, people like Shane Douglas, Kamala, you know what I'm saying, the Bushwhackers, you know what I'm saying, fucking Marty Jannetty, you know, Ahmed Johnson, Nicole Bass, Jazz, you know what I'm saying? All of these people, right? If you notice, all these people were, you know, those are people who were, you know, there on a recent, you know, on a recent trip. Not trip, but, you know, on a recent excursion with WWE, like in the 2000s and shit, except for Shane Douglas, right? His name was put on there because I guess, you know, he was quote unquote concussed back in 1995 and shit like that. You know, but it's a waste of time because, it doesn't Boss Mahoney. You know what I mean? It doesn't do shit. You know what I mean? It really doesn't do shit. And there's more people. There's a lot more people. Raven is apparently in that concussion lawsuit, right? Fucking, what's his name? Rico is part of that concussion lawsuit. You know, and I think this is basically just to get, you know, money out of WWE. You know what I mean? Also, I think Crush, I think it was part of that concussion lawsuit. You know, again, it was a waste of fucking time. It was a waste of fucking time because, you know, like you're always, yes, there's going to be concussions. We know that. We know there's going to be concussions. You know, when you play high contact sports, like real dangerous high contact sports, you know, sports like football, because I'm a football fan. You know what I mean? So whenever I see motherfuckers get hit helmet to helmet, that shit cringe. That shit fucking cringe, yo. That shit cringe. You know? Like, it's you know, it's unfortunately, that's just part of the game. I mean, it shouldn't be, but it's part of the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? And the saddest case that I've seen, honestly, when it came down to concussions, was I forgot this dude's name, but Mike something. I think he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I remember ESPN did a piece on CTE, right? And when they interviewed the dude, right, it was really, really sad. Like he couldn't remember stuff, and it was just, that shit was just heartbreaking to see. It really was. You know what I mean? And listen, I love football, but just seeing the shit that's there, just seeing the shit that's there, it's fucking heartbroken. You know what I mean? Like, this is why, like, growing up, I played football, but I never played tackle football, helmet tackle football. I've always played 3-second hold and 2-hand touch because I know how dangerous, you know, football is. Gridiron football is fucking dangerous. You know what I mean? I love it, don't get me wrong. I love watching it, but then there's times where I cringe. You know what I mean? But also, you also got to think about this too, right? AEW does bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you got motherfuckers taking unprotected chair shots to the fucking dome and all this other bullshit. You know what I mean? And knowing the concussion risk. The risk. You know, and then you got people making excuses. Oh, well, it's a sugar chair. Or it's a what's it called? What the fuck did Meltzer call it? You know, a sawed off chair. Still, it doesn't fucking matter. You know? But like I said, the concussion lawsuit is bullshit because it changed nothing. It changed absolutely nothing. Maybe it changed the way how WWE sees, you know, wrestlers when they wrestle, you know, a certain style that, you know, involves, you know, the fucking head, the dome. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a fan of headbutts in wrestling. I'm really not because of shit like that. You know, but this is what the fuck happens. You know, and this is why you got to be fucking careful, especially when you wrestle, yo. It's just not a game. It's not. You know what I mean? I'm about to be out, guys. You know what I'm saying? I definitely will be making another video tonight for sure. You know what I mean? So I'm going to definitely holler at y'all. Or maybe later today. Maybe later today. I don't know. And we'll see. All right? But I will be making a video. That's for sure. All right?